I want to talk today about an issue that came up with a client that I met recently. I did not negotiate his family court settlement. He came to see me about a year later after his family law case was already completed. He wanted some advice on how he and his ex-wife settled the issue of the house and some other issues in his case. Hi, my name is Thomas O'Malley. I'm an experienced family lawyer in Durham region and the GTA. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already done so. My client made a settlement in his family law case that he was going to buy the house. And he had this whole thing worked out on how much money he owed his ex-wife for her interest in the home. His agreement with his ex-wife was that he would have 90 days to refinance the mortgage on the house to buy out his wife's interest in the house and take her name off the mortgage. The facts of this case at the time of their separation were that they owned the house together. They were both on the mortgage. They've been married for almost 18 years. And they had 3 kids. They had over $200,000 in equity in their home. However, my client had not filed his income tax returns for a few years. So he had some tax issues, unfortunately. He went to a bank and he had some trouble. He had to go to a second financial institution as well. His credit was not as good as he thought it was, and the income tax issues took longer than he realized. And the next you know, it is past the 90 days deadline to refinance the house and pay off his former wife. By the time he comes to see me, it's been almost a year since he made this agreement with his former wife that he was going to keep the house and pay her for her interest in the home. Where did he go wrong? Where did the situation go wrong? When you're dealing with a house, you usually only have 3 options. You keep it, your spouse keeps it, or you sell it and split the proceeds from the sale of the house with your former spouse. In this situation, my client wanted to keep the house. The mistake was that he did not check to make sure he could get refinancing to buy out his wife's interest in the home. If I was his family lawyer when he was negotiating a settlement with his wife, I would have told him to see if he could get refinancing and get a letter from the lender that he qualified for this amount for a mortgage to buy out his wife's interest in the house. Then we would have a solid bargaining position, since he would tell the wife and her lawyer that he wanted to keep the house, buy out his wife's interest in the home, and he had the financing to do it. Unfortunately, my client did not do this. He's not a lawyer, and he did not know to take this action. Here he is a year later trying to figure out what to do. We want to avoid these types of serious problems and pitfalls by getting legal advice from an experienced family lawyer before you make any type of agreement with your ex-spouse. I don't like to see these kinds of problems that spouses getting separated or divorced can face. I hope that helps. If you have any questions about your separation, divorce, or family law case, and you'd like our help, feel free to contact me on my Facebook law office page, that's O'Malley Family Law, or call me at 905-434-8837, and I'll point you in the right direction. Please make sure to share this important information with your friends, family members, and coworkers.